Cancers, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Tuttle Tarot, and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Cancers this week? Firstly, Ten of Cups and Temperance. Then Ten of Swords, then the Four of Pentacles. So as always, oh no, Page of Pentacles. I was going to say my bad, and then I was like, I'm sorry, and then nothing came out at all. Okay. That's interesting. Page of Pentacles, with me not being able to tell you what it was, and thinking it was the Four of Pentacles, it almost seems as if some of you, there's an opportunity coming where you're going to be a little bit like, oh, I should say yes. Oh, no, I should say no. Oh, and then nothing comes out, if that makes sense. Like you might overthink it and then like it gets you nowhere because you couldn't just, the words wouldn't flow from your tongue, but just trust that that happened because it was meant to, if that makes sense. Like this opportunity will still happen if it's supposed to happen. You can't really stop it. Anyways, Ten of Cups firstly. Ten of Cups is all about happily ever after. Having a complete, when it comes to your emotion and your family and your happiness and your joy and the things that bring you joy, you feel complete this week within that. Within your little family bubble or unit. It's very nice. It's very, very, I don't know why I'm getting the word soothing. There's something kind of soothing in your environment. And then that's funny because it's right next to Temperance. So Temperance is very soothing. It's kind of coming back into harmony and calmness, especially if there's been a little bit of like 1 minute everything's dramatic and the next everything's just the opposite. It's almost as if you're finding this nice balance and enjoying your life a lot more this week. Especially we now have Ten of Swords, and Ten of Swords is like the ending, and I feel like there's an ending of overthinking, there's an ending of overanalyzing and not being able to speak your truth, right? With that Page of Pentacles, it just feels as if you're gonna find yourself like, oh, I'm sick of not being able to speak my mind, I'm sick of not being able to say what I want to say when I want to say it, and from now on I'm gonna do that. And it's very freeing, it's very healing, but it seems as if something might have happened very recently where you'd bit your tongue or you didn't say what you wanted to say in order to like keep the peace, and it not that it backfired, but you realised it would have worked out better if you just said what you wanted to say. And then Page of Pentacles, there is an opportunity coming in, whether or not you on the spot accept it, whether the words flow out right. It could even be like a phone call coming in where it's like, would you be interested in this, Cancer? And you're like and you're like trying to nod, and you're like, I'm on the phone, they can't see me nodding. I don't know, there's something where you do want to do something so bad, but then it's like your voice gets choked up or something. But it's a very positive opportunity coming towards you, so I feel like it will work out, it will happen, but it's just a matter of like, you might get a bit flustered when the opportunity presents itself, but flustered in a good way. Clarify the Ten of Cups. You have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, I really like this card because it's kind of like you're able to be happy within yourself. You're able to keep yourself occupied, happy. You're not codependent, basically. So Ten of Cups, it seems like you've got a very happy family unit, family life, right? Everything's amazing, everything's going well. But then some people, it's almost as if they are happy when they're with their family, and the rest of the time they're like waiting until their family is there again, if that makes sense. Whereas you and your family, you're all your own people that enjoy your own space, your own time, your own presence. You like that. You're able to be on your own without being like, when am I going to see them again? It's very healthy. Like, I'm happy I can take some time away from you if you want me to. Like, it's just so, and for me to be making a point out of that, maybe you've been in codependent kind of family situations in the past, and now it's like, we're gonna go our separate ways for a month, we'll be fine, and you are, like, I don't know. Very interesting. If you're completely single, I just feel as if with the Ten of Cups there is like a completion of your family unit coming in very soon for you, but you might not expect it, because I feel as if some of you, this is going over your head a little bit. It could even be someone you very recently met, but it's like, oh no, that's not going to happen for me. And it does. Like, you don't see it yet though. You don't see how this is going to play out. Clarify the Temperance card. Six of Wands with Temperance. Some of you, your success, and it feels like your career. In your career, you've been like extremely successful, and then you have like dry seasons, which is a weird thing to say, but I really feel that like you're having like whatever it is you do. So say you're a photographer, and you're like, oh, I've got all these clients, I've got all these things booked, I've got this, and this, and then the next month it's like completely empty. Right? And it just feels like you've gone from that, of having highs to lows. With the Temperance card coming in now, there's like a consistent, it might be a bit calmer, it might not be as crazy busy as it has been in the past, but the good thing is it's spread evenly. Like, there's a, like, your schedule is just very, there's a lot of balance. Instead of like hot and cold, it's like warm, everything. It's a weird thing to say, but it's the only way I can explain that, of like, you're finding that in between of having consistent success without having to worry about, you know, one extreme to the other. Clarify Ten of Swords. Empress. That's like the Empress landing on Temperance. So you had the Empress, the Four of Swords, and the High Priestess. So Empress and the High Priestess, very intuitive. Very like, with the Ten of Swords here, it almost feels as if you've gone through lots of like renewals in your life. And I don't mean renewals, I mean it like rebirths. You've healed, you've gotten through things nobody even knew you had to get through. And then there's something with the Empress where you then did it again, when you were like, oh no, I'm a new version of me, this is as far as it's gonna go now. Bam, the Empress. And I just feel as if you've evolved time and time again. Man or woman doesn't matter, but the Empress, I just feel as if you've kind of grown up, not just physically, but like internally, your confidence. You think that you've reached your peak, and then bam, the Empress, you've done it again, you've rebirthed. And then the High Priestess, I feel as if now you're kind of settling into your power and going, maybe I actually don't know. Like, the Empress, the High Priestess knows a lot more than people realise, but I just feel as if you have had lots of rebirths, you're now aware, oh okay, maybe what I thought was the finish line in my character, it never actually is. Like, there's something where you're awakened to, like, there's a lot more that's going to unfold for you than you are aware of. Even if it feels like you've finished a cycle, even if it feels like you've kind of done all you had to do in a certain area, there's more that you can't see that's going to be revealed. And I feel as if you can feel, I don't know why I'm getting unfinished business come through. Like, this unfinished business, maybe there is something you're healing. Even if you have had already healed a lot, become a new version of you 3 or 4 times, right? There's something where you're like, I feel as if this isn't the end. This isn't the end of my journey yet. There's still more to come. And yet you're more healthy than you've ever been, inside and out. If that makes sense. Like, there's like a mental clarity and a mental strength that you haven't had completely in the past. You're becoming so like solidified and strong in your character why it's like, I'm getting a message, your younger self would be so proud of you, but you forget that. You're so busy like on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. What can you work out? What can you improve? What can you create? What can you succeed at next? And it's almost like, look back at your younger self, because they would use you as a role model. They would want to be just like you. Clarifying the Page of Pentacles, Two of Cups. So, you know how I said you could get like a phone call or an opportunity come in? That could even be to do with love. It could also just be like a platonic best friend. So I'm getting really like romantic energy from this, of you're going to get a phone call, an offer to do something, to go somewhere, go on a date. Could be someone you're already with, right? Could be someone completely new. And that's when you get like all excited and can't speak and trip over your words, which makes so much sense, because I was like, it's not really, it makes so much more sense, because I don't know why, but if it was something more professional that you were getting a phone call for, you would have been able to kind of compose yourself, because you would have already known you were up for that job, or you would have already kind of, you know, expected it or something. Whereas with the Two of Cups here, now it all makes sense. There's like some unexpected love call or invite, or, you know, being asked out or something, but you're not, it's like you're like, ooh, and all your words get lost. But it's really cute, and it's like no matter what age you are, you're it's very like, very innocent, whatever this is that's about to start or is continuing. You're not, it's not even that you're tripping over your words, it's like your words can't even get out when you get this like call or message or invitation. Something also, like, I'm about to wrap your reading up, so, but like there's something also around travel. Like somebody might say like, I've booked a trip to here, do you want to come with me? And you're like, yeah, like there's something like, duh, of course I do. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated, or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Told Tarot Tuesdays.